You thought we wouldn't do anything, didn't ya? Didn't ya? Well, we've decided to bin off transfer talk and just round up the Premier League transfers made in this window at the end of the window. Yeah. Yeah, so just going to look through every club and rate some of the transfers in and out and analyse them. Let's begin. Billie Eilish, Dan. Shut up. So obviously to start off, we have got the £47 million transfer of Gabriel Jesus and Alexander Zinchenko, his mate, for £31 million. I might say he would flop. Defo not now. Yeah. He's currently out with an injury, but he'll be back very soon. And of course, was that one player that got injured in our FPL teams that we didn't even know was injured until after the match, which was annoying. But still, he's made a really good start. And Gabriel Jesus, he had an immense preseason, but preseason doesn't mean anything. But Gabriel Jesus has had 3 goals and 3 assists, I think, so far, and has had everyone's FPL team praying to God that he'd score. Because he only got 1 point against Fulham, and I captained him. So that was annoying. I had Haaland as well, who scored a bloody hat-trick. And I captained Haaland then, and then he scored another one. So, necessary evil in a way, but still, he's been class. Okay, continuing on, we have got Fabio Vieira, who's showing a lot of promise. Yeah, he showed a lot of promise in the Portuguese league. So let's see how we'll do. Matt Turner's just a backup, who might play a few games in the Cups, but we can't really judge him. And Marquinhos, he hasn't really got his chance yet, but he's looked good in the youth teams, apparently. Yeah, he'll get his chance very soon. These are just ones that return from the end alone. Who cares about these? No, I don't care about Lucas Torreira. And he's kicked us out off the fucking site. Alright. I don't think any of these are actually interesting though, they're just ends of words. And now here are the outgoings. Matteo Guendouzi permanently joined Marseille. That seems to be where they dump Arsenal players. They've got Alexis Sanchez, Sead Kolasinac, and Nuno Tavares, which is mental. Yeah. Arsenal love Marseille. They work for Saliba. Well, apart from the tape, we don't talk about the tape. Lucas Torreira, as we already know, joined Galatasaray for £5 million. To be honest, I don't know how he's doing, but I'm glad they finally got him out, because they treated him terribly. Bernd Leno joined Fulham for £3 million, which I think is a fantastic signing for Fulham, and I think every party won, really, because they finally got Leno out Arsenal, and Fulham now have a really good first choice keeper with Premier League experience. Yeah, he concedes a lot of goals, but so do all newly promoted teams. As for Mavropanos, he permanently joined VfB Stuttgart on a free transfer. I have no idea how he did, but he must have done alright to get a free transfer to there. Hector Bellerin returned to Barcelona after he was released from Arsenal, and Lacazette joined Lyon after his contract ended. Yeah, it was quite clear he wasn't going to sign a new one, and Lyon is where he came from, so not the most surprising transfer. Maitland-Niles went to Southampton on loan. Pepe went to Nice on loan. What's with Arsenal and loaning players to the French league? Renarsson, remember him? He played in the Cup that one time, where they lost like 4-1. Has joined a Turkish club, Alanyaspor. Wonder how well he'll do there. Trusty has joined Birmingham on loan, I think for like the second season running. Pablo Mari's joined newly promoted Monza in Italy. Hasn't worked so far, they yet to get a point, and they've got one of the worst defences in the league. And Nuno Tavares, as I said, joined Marseille on loan. Really good transfer for him. And yeah, that's the transfer record if you wonder it. But yeah. What was I going to say? That could be really good for Tavares to get his confidence back up. As for Villa, obviously Diego Carlos joined from Sevilla and got injured, so not a great start, but that could go well. Coutinho, after impressing a bit for Villa, joined permanently, but that was agreed months ago, so that's not a big surprise. Robert Olsen apparently joined Roma. Didn't he come from Roma? Weird. Augustinson joined Sevilla on loan, and then the loan fee is that. Kamara joined from Marseille, free transfer, on like the first day that the window opened. Jan Bednarek joined Southampton on loan. That joined from Southampton on loan. That is an absolutely fantastic sign, and hopefully that sharpens up the defence, and hopefully they improve from here. And these are all just end of loans. Who cares? And out is Chukwuemeka, can't pronounce his name, who joined Chelsea for just over £16 million. Matt Target permanently joined Newcastle. That was written in the stars, wasn't it? Remember Trezeguet, your hero in that first season who kept you up? He's joined Trabzonspor, the Turkish champions. Remember Anwar El Ghazi, who scored that stunner against Palace ages ago, didn't he? Yeah, he's joined PSV Eindhoven. That is a really good signing by them. He will absolutely flourish in the league. Is that loan at Everton? Don't think he ever played. Weird. Kalinic has joined whatever club that is on a free transfer, and Conor Hourihan's joined Derby on a free transfer. That's why he was just contracted to Derby. Yeah, I agree. Bertrand Traore joined Besiktas on loan. He's playing with Mesut Ozil as well. Weird transfer. I have no idea why I did that. He's a good player. Corny Hawes joined Watford on loan again. Why is he going on loan? Kieran Davies has joined them on loan as well. Philogene Biddus has joined on loan. Wesley's joined Levante on loan. When are they just going to sell him? And then Iro Bonham has joined QPR on loan. And then yada yada yada. And then Bournemouth, extremely extremely disappointing transfer. Shut up! I'm trying to film something here. With just Jack Stevens joining on loan, Neto joining on a free transfer from Barcelona. That's a good sign. Ryan Fredericks joining on a free transfer. Not bad signing. Rothwell joining on a free transfer. Terrible signing. He's not going to do anything. Tavernier joined for like 10 million quid, and Senesi for 13 million quid. Disappointing. And you could tell they didn't back Scott Parker in the transfer market. Absolute disgrace. Brady left on a free transfer. Ibsen Rossi joined Cambridge United in some way. Kilkenny joined Stoke on loan. Gary Cahill got released, and Sadie joined Shrewsbury on loan. A bit of a nothing window, really. Brentford had a really good window, signing Keane Lewis Potter from Hull City, who's looked strong where he's played. Aaron Hickey's looked alright so far, joining from Bologna, and they seem to be missing him. They haven't had the greatest start to Serie A. They signed Damsgaard, who scored on his debut. Strakosha joined on a free transfer, and Ben Mee joined on a free transfer. I always knew that was going to be a brilliant signing. He's a really good defender who doesn't belong in a really pro club. Fours joined Middlesbrough for around 3 million. They lost Eriksson, which we all thought would damn them to relegation, but that isn't happening. Eriksson still seems to have a lot of love for Brentford, giving them a goal. Gianvia joined Auxerre on a free transfer. Don't know how he's doing, but Auxerre haven't had a bad start, so he must be doing something right, unless he's on the bench. Ratchis joined them. Thompson's joined Blackpool. Stevens has gone to Swansea on loan. Beck Sorensen's joined Nice on loan. Dever Soxley's gone to Burnley on loan. Fosu joined Stoke on loan. Is that a different Foss? No, that was Fours. Valencia joined De Graafschap on loan. Lossell. Oh no, they don't really matter. Right, Brighton had a bit of a nothing window, but Estupinian scored, and he's not been terrible. Billy Gilmore, that could go either way. And Ciso joined for 10 mil. Adinga joined from them, 7 mil. Got Levi Colwell on loan. Zakiri. Oh no, that's an end loan. They don't matter. They lost Cucurella, Basuma, and Morpie though. They're best players. Yeah, but they still seem to be doing alright without them. Ostigard and Clark, Baluta and Andone left permanently as well. And then Sherpen, they let Shane Duffy go on loan to Fulham. Weird one. And a load of other players that we don't really know. Overall, not the greatest window, but they still seem to be doing alright. And Estepinion's not doing too bad, but the rest of them haven't really played. Oh, Chelsea. They lost everyone to Barca and then felt offended. They got Wesley Fofana for £70 million. Still less than Aaron Maguire. He will be class. He's brilliant. Cucurella's had a shaky start. Sterling's done alright. Koulibaly's had a shaky start. We already talked about him. Aubameyang signed. They got Dennis Zakaria on loan. Forgot about that. Aubameyang's gonna flop big time. But they lost Werner for 18 mil. He's not doing too bad. He scored a hat-trick in the cup, although that was against like a third-tier opposition. They finally let go of Emerson and Billy Gilmore. They let Malang Sarr and Romelu Lukaku go out on loan. But they did lose Rudiger and Christiansen. But they also lost a load of these guys, so a very mixed window for them. Oh yeah, they lost Callum Hudson and Doy on loan. And why will they not just give... Oh, it's good to see that they left Saul go. They released all these guys, although isn't Alonso going to Barca? Why don't they just give Ampadu a chance? But overall, they definitely got some decent signings in, but they've also lost a lot of crucial players. Same story for Crystal Palace. They lost Gallagher, although he was only a loan player, of course. But they still bore the likes of Decore and Richards, who look promising. Also got Sam Johnston to sit on the bench. And Ebouai. Wasn't that agreed in Jan? They lost Benteke, but that was the only player that they sold for money. The rest were either free transfers or loan. Oh, didn't actually lose that many players. Everton, Defo turned it on towards the end of the window. Getting Morpie, Garner. They got Idrissa Gueye back. Yeah, that could be a fantastic sign. I think Morpie and Onana are fantastic signings as well. But James Garner, don't know why they pulled that one off. Tarkovsky, really good defender, really good signing. Coady on loan, really good. People are underrating this club's window just because they haven't really shown it, because they're sort of missing a striker. That's why Morpie exists. So they should start winning soon. Although, they lost Richarlison. But apart from that, they lost players that they don't mind losing, like Chang Tosun and John Joe Kenny. They also let Dele Alli go out on loan. Real shame what's happened to his career. Andre Gomez go out on loan. He'll do well in France. Jabaman, remember him? Jared Branthwaite. My name. Oh, they lost the nonce, allegedly. Moving on. What a window for Fulham signing Paulinho, Issa Diop, Pereira's been class, and Babu's really good. Carlos Vinicius. They broke Marine hearts. He scored a hat-trick, for God's sake. He's a good signing, though, I think. Burton Leno. Although all of that, they still got Willian. Don't know why they signed him. They got Daniel James, Shane Duffy, and Kozar on loan. Those could do really well. Yeah, they've had a really good window. Apart from losing Fabio Carvalho. They also lost Anguissa to Napoli. Forgot about that. And then a load of free transfers and loans. Gazzaniga to Girona. Weird one, that. They finally lost Seri. Steven Sessegnon's gone to Charlton, you know. Ryan's inferior brother. A few others. Leeds, what a start of the window they are getting. Aronson, Tyler Adams, Mark Rocker, and a few others. Also got Sinistera towards the end. What a signing he's been. What a signing Aronson looks to be. What a signing Adams looks to be. The rest can't have done that bad, or they're just sitting on the bench. Really good. Although they did lose Rafinha and Calvin Phillips. Don't seem to need them though, weirdly, because of how well they've signed people. Lost Kiko Casilla at last to Getafe on a free transfer. But apart from that, not much to talk about. Oh, Jamie Shackleton's gone out on loan. Paveda's gone on loan. That's not Tyler Roberts. Oh, Helder Costa. That's a weird one to frickin' Al Ittihad. Everyone forgets that they signed Alex Smithies on a free transfer from Cardiff. Because no one cares. But they sound Wout Faze towards the end. He scored 4 goals last season as Reims finished in whatever place they finished in Ligue 1. We don't watch Ligue 1. I don't know how good he is, but he's not going to be Wesley Fofana. They finally signed someone on deadline day, but they lost Fofana, Schmeichel, Chowdhury. Who cares about Chowdhury? Oh, TH means thousand, right. So I don't know why they didn't try to buy Lookman. He's gone to Atalanta now. Liverpool, they got Nunes, terrible transfer. Carvalho, brilliant transfer. Don't know why he doesn't ever start. Ramsey, he's injured. We can't judge him. Mello, panic loan. He won't do very well. He's a bit rubbish. But they lost Mane, most important player in the team. Don't know why they sold him. Nico Williams, better defensively than Trent, although anyone is. Minamino, don't know why they lost him. Who's going to score in the Cup now? Gruich, who cares? Davies, who cares? Woodburn on loan. Actually, free transfer even. Who cares? Shea Ojo to Cardiff. Hasn't he been at Cardiff for like 5 years now anyway? Origi. Real shame that one, but they lost him. Vandenberg's gone to Schalke on loan. Could have sworn I saw him on the bench like last week. Must have gone towards like deadline day. Wonder how he'll do. Well, this finally proved to Klopp that he's actually decent. He might give him a chance. Probably not. He'll be sold eventually. City, they bought Haaland and Akanji from Dortmund. They bought Phillips from Leeds. They got Sergio Gomez. They got Ortega for some reason. But they sold Sterling, Jesus, Zinchenko, and a few other players that we haven't heard of. That will probably absolutely shine because they came from their youth academy. They lost Fernandinho, although he's like 50. And 2 players in a row going to Troyes. A lot of players going to Girona, although they are City's sister club, no surprise. Manchester United turned it on towards the deadline, getting Anthony and Casemiro. Martinez has looked mostly good. Malacia is absolute class. Ericsson hasn't had the best start. And they got Dubravka on loan. Don't know why. To maybe challenge David De Gea, because he hasn't looked really good. But they lost Pereira. He was never going to play. They finally let go of Bailly, but only on loan. Cavani went on a free transfer, though that was always happening. They finally got rid of Lingard, that's a good thing. They finally got rid of Matic, also a good thing, but Mourinho seems to love him, and that's why he bought him. Seems to follow him everywhere he goes. Pogba, they got the virus out, at least according to Graham Souness and us. They let Chong go. Dean Henderson's gone to Forest, bad decision on their part, but they got Dubravka, so they're fine. In terms of backup goalkeeper. Fernandez went on loan. Tellez went on loan. Not Bruno, obviously. And then a few others. Lee Grant retired. And Juan Mata's still a free agent. Newcastle, they turned it on towards the end, getting Alexander Isak, who looked class in his first game against Liverpool. Yeah, that second goal was onside. So then Botman joined. I don't know how he's done. I don't watch a lot of Newcastle, but they've mostly been defensively solid, apart from City, although obviously City are going to score bucket loads against everyone. Matt Target apparently joined, we've already talked about that, and they got Nick Pope. What a signing that is. But they lost Dwight Gale, Fernandez, and a bunch of Deadwood, basically. And Martin Dubravka on loan. What happened to Matty Longstaff? Sean Longstaff seems to be doing alright, though. I think he got the assist to the Isak goal. I think it was a simple pass there. Oh, they lost Jeff Hendrick on loan. Why are you acting like that's a bad thing? Oh, God. Alright, so, let's do this. Gibbs White. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Awani. Nico Williams. Emmanuel Dennis. Mangala. Nayakat. Bianco. O'Brien. Frula. Richard. Lottie. Huang. Willie Bolly. Toffolo. Bowler. Aguilera. Kuyate. Lingard. Hennessy, although he's a backup. Bade. Hendo on loan. Hambreeze. And then a few ends of loans. But they lost Samba and Da Costa and a few other players that no one's ever heard of. Lost a lot on a free transfer. Southampton. They pretty much just signed Man City's entire youth academy. Larios, Sadozi, Bazzuno and Lavia all coming from the Manchester City youth. They also signed Mara, Kalatikar, Bella Kocha, who I think came from Manchester City but joined Bochum. What a player he's been so far. Same for Joe Aribo. That could have gone either way, but it's gone good, I guess. Maitland Niles has joined on loan. Bit of a nothing signing. Nathan Teller's gone on loan. I don't like that. I think he should be given a chance. However, they lost Fraser Foster and Shane Long. Who cares? Also lost Bednarek and Stevens on loan. Don't know why they loaned out Bednarek. Although, I don't know why they just let go of Vestergaard last season. And now he's just dead. As swear he just died. Spurs, obviously, they bought Richarlison, they got Romero, although I think they have an obligation to buy on their loan, so that was always going to happen. Scott Basuma, as we already know, they got Udogie, Jed Spence, Perisic, and Fraser Foster, as we already know, and Lenglet on loan. That's a terrible sign. Yeah, don't know why they got him, he's a bit rubbish, isn't he? Perisic has looked really good, though. He really has. And Spence will get his chance eventually. However, they lost Bergwijn. He's gone back to the Netherlands. Did he sign from PSV or from Ajax? Can't remember. They also lost Carter Vickers. Who cares? They let go of Ndombele on loan. Jack Clark's looked good for Sunderland, so that was a good decision on the Spurs' part because he'd never get game time there to let him join Sunderland on loan. Reguilon joined Atleti on loan. Alright, he came from Real. Oh, snake. They lost Harry Winks on loan as well. Let Udogie go back to Udinese on loan. Lo Celso joined Villarreal on loan again. Joe Rodon joined Rennes on loan again. The only defender Jose Mourinho liked. A bit weird how they just let him go. And Pierluigi Golini went back to Atalanta. West Ham, they turned it on by getting Lucas Paqueta. Oh, ridiculous how mid-table clubs have like Paqueta and Diego Carlos. They also got Scamacca from Sassuolo, who looked decent last season for Sampdoria. Hasn't quite worked in the Prem, but what did happen is that he scored twice in the UEFA Conference League qualifiers. Aguerd joined from Rennes. They got Cornet from Burnley. Bit of a weird one. Looked class at Burnley. He was never going to play in the Championship. Yeah. Emerson joined. Terrible signing. Kerr joined. Oh dear. They got Areola permanently. However, they lost Issa Diop and Yarmolenko's. He gone to Saudi Arabia. Weird one. Lost Fredericks to Bournemouth, as we already know. Why did they sell Masuaku? Well, they didn't sell him, they loaned him. Why did they loan out Masuaku? Mark Noble's retired, as we all know. Real shame. And they let go of Alex Krau. Who cares? And finally, Wolverhampton Wanderers, who unsurprisingly signed a bunch of Portuguese people. And Sasha Kalajic and Nathan Collins. And they got Juan Ponley as well. They got Traore from relegated Ligue 1 side from last season, Metz. Nunes and Guedes have looked strong so far, but they just haven't had that finishing touch. However, they lost Gibbs White, their most promising youngster, to Nottingham Forest. Den Donker to Villa, don't know why they sold him. And they let Vinagre go to Sporting Lisbon, who then loaned him back to the Prem via Everton. Let go of Willy Bolly, who, absolute disgrace. How you cannot turn up to a away game. I do not care how much you want to leave. You turn up to your team. Simple as. Do not know why they let go of Cody and let him go on loan to Everton. Terrible. They let go of Hoover, who came from Liverpool. Fabio Silva's gone. Don't know why they didn't just sell him. He's shit. And a few others that no one's ever heard of. They spent £1.9 billion in that transfer window. But who do you think had the best window? Honestly, Arsenal, probably. Forest could go either way, because if they stay up, it'll be the best window by far, given they signed a new squad and it's worked. But if it doesn't, then it's going to be the worst, because they signed a new squad and still got relegated, because it didn't gel in time. Although, to be fair, from early signs, they're not doing that bad. Even in the 6-0 defeat, they weren't disgraceful. Yeah. But, yeah, Arsenal were class. Chelsea, after stopping losing players to Barca, were decent. And actually spent the most in that transfer window. Let's see if it'll work. Yeah, we'll just have to see. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in January as we round up the transfers of that transfer window. We'll have an idea of how the summer transfers are going as well and how well they've done. Yeah, that'll be interesting to look back on. We might do that if we remember to. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in January. Thank you. Is that it? Yeah.
Relaxing.